Hello बच्चों, welcome to Fun Scholar Academy. How are you all? I hope everyone of you is doing good. So today's topic, as you can see, is written Roman numerals. So do you know what is Roman numerals? Roman numerals are such numerals which were discovered by the ancient Roman people. By the ancient Roman or the people who lives in Rome. Okay. Okay, so to understand Roman numerals in a better way, first we need to know what are Hindu Arabic numerals. So you write 1, 2, 3, 4. You travel from India to America, the 1 will remain 1 only. You travel to England, it will remain 1 only. So it is the most widely used system in the world. Suppose you are Bengali. So you write 1 as this form, 2 as this form, 3 as this form, 4 as this form. Okay. Similarly, the Roman people, what they did? They use some English alphabets to represent numbers like I, V, L, C, X, etc. Okay, so this is the only system in the world where alphabets are being used to represent what? Numbers. Okay, done. Now next slide. So to learn Roman numerals, firstly you have to remember which alphabet represents what number. Okay, so I am writing it for you. See, what are Roman numerals? Roman numerals are a system that uses specific letters from Latin alphabets to represent what? Numbers. The ancient Roman used this system for counting, recording transaction and various other numerical processes. Okay, so now you will remember the basic numbers. See, first number is 1, which is being represented by the alphabet I. Second number is 5, which is being represented by V. Third number is 10, which is being represented by alphabet X. Fifth is L, represents 50. Then C represents 100. D represents 500. And M represents 1000. So just repeat with me once. 1 is represented as I. 5 is represented as V. Then L is represented as 50. Then C is represented as 100. Then D is represented as 500. And lastly, 1000 is being represented as M. Okay? You just need to learn this much so that we can proceed. You can stop the video, pause the video, take a screenshot for your reminder and you just learn it. Okay? Okay. Now next. Now, why do we use Roman numerals? We use 1, 2, 3, 4 and we go to the market and say we need 10 rupees ka chocolate de do bhaiya. We don't say X rupees ka chocolate de do bhaiya. Do we? No. So then why do we use it, ma'am? Because still now you can see there are some watches where one is being represented as like this I, then 2 is represented as 2, double I, then 3 is represented as triple I. So it is a good way of writing. In your copy, you can just see your mom or someone else or you yourself. If you are reading in class 5, you don't write 5. Instead, you write V. So, correct. Now there are several movies which comes in sequences or in series where you will find the movies are written in the form of Roman numerals like Star Wars 1, Star Wars 2, right? So that is why you use Roman numerals. See, clock faces, many times we write in Roman numerals. Movie titles, Star Wars, I have given you the example, episode 5, Rocky 4 is being written in what? Roman numerals. Also in the books, you can see it is being written page number 9 as like this form. So that is why we need to learn what is Roman numerals. Okay, now a question for you. Just pause the video, read the question and answer it yourself. Which letters are used to represent the numbers in the Roman numeral system? What do you think? Have I told you about ABCD? No. MNOP? No. QRST? No. But I, V, X, L. Right? Then it is the correct answer. Let's see. See? Okay. Now I have told you I represents 1. So 1y will represent 1. There are 2 i's. That means 1 plus 1 equal to 2. There are 3 i's. 1, 2, 3 equal to 3. Now if you put, this is 5 you know, this is 10 you know. Okay, if you put 1 before 5 then it becomes 4. How we will learn later on. Then if you add 1 on the right side of 5 then it becomes 6. Then 2 i's matlab 5 plus 1 equal to 6. 5 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 equal to 7. This is 7. This is 8. And if you put 1 in the left side of x, then it becomes 9. How? I will tell you the rules in the next slide. Okay. Now there are 3 basic rules to write Roman numerals. First is rule of repetition. Okay, you cannot repeat all the all the Roman numerals as many times you want. There is a limitation. So you have to know what it is. Next is rule of addition and another one is rule of subtraction. So we'll come to this rule one by one. Now first rule, it is written rule of repetition. When a symbol is repeated twice or thrice, its value also becomes twice or thrice respectively. Hence, 2 means 1 plus 1 equal to 2. That is double I. Okay. If it is written thrice, x, each x represents 10. Then 3x will represent 30. Right? Similarly, one C represents 100, another C will represent 100, then it will become 200. C. Done? Okay. Okay, now the rule of repetition says that I can be repeated only 3 times. See, 1I represents 1, 2I represents 2, 3I represents 3. But if I write 1, 2, 3, 4 equal to 4, is it correct according to you? Yes, you are right. It is not correct. Why? Because repetition rule says I can only be repeated up to 3 times only. Done? Okay. If you want, you can take a screenshot. Now, x. 1x represents 10. 2x represents 20. 3x represents 30. But if I write x, 4x equal to 40. Is it right according to you? Yes, it is not right. This cannot be written. Why? Because x can also be repeated up to 3 times only. So, you can write x up to 3 times just. Okay. Next comes C. So now you may ask, ma'am, there is V in the middle. Why can I write V like C or X or 1 or I? V can be right? No, you can't write. Why? Because the rules made by the Roman people says V pair D. These two numbers can't be repeated. Okay, that's why we cannot repeat V or D and also L. V, D, L can't be repeated ever. V represents 5, it will be written as 5 only. L represents 50 and D represents 5. And D represents 500. Okay, if you want, you can take a screenshot. C can be repeated up to 3 times. So what are the numbers till now you have learned that can be repeated? I, then X, then C. Okay, and another number which you can repeat is M. M represents what? 1000. Done? You can take a screenshot if you want. Okay. Now the question is, why are Roman numbers repeated? They cannot be repeated, or why there is a limitation in the Roman numbers. See, if you write X, 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 L, 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 M, 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 don't you think it's very difficult to code? If you just go to the shop and tell X, 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 L, 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 M, 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 do you think anyone can understand? No, they cannot. And that time technology or things were not that complex. So for simple calculations and simple daily counting, Roman numerals was basically invented by the Roman people. That's why they put what? Limits to the repetition so that the people can easily decode it and understand. Okay? Good. See, this one I have already told you. A numeral like VLD cannot be repeated. Instead, different symbols are used to create numbers. Okay? Okay. Now, example. See, 3i represents 1 plus 1 plus 1 equal to 3. 210 or 2x represents 20. 3x 30. C means 100 plus 100, 200. Triple C means 100 plus 100 plus 100, 300. And triple M means 1000 plus 1000 plus 1000, 3000. Understood? See, here L, V, then D are not being in this list. Why? Because these can't be repeated. Right? Okay. Now check your progress. So first you just pause the video and you try to solve this. Okay? I am solving it for you, but before that you just pause the video and solve it yourself, then check it. Okay? Okay. There are two eyes. So each eye represents what? 1. 1 plus 1 equal to 2. There are 3 x. So 1x represents 10. Then 3x will represent 3 tens. That will be 30. Here 1 I represents obviously 1. There are 3 i's, so it will be 3. Okay? See? Right? Okay. Now, they have asked you to write these two numbers in Roman numerals. So just pause and try it yourself. Okay, it is written 20. If 1x represents 10, then to make 20, you have to just put another 10 over here equal to 20, or xx represents what? 20. Now 200. So C means 100. Then another C if I put, then it will represent 100. Then 100 plus 100 equal to 200. Okay. See, correct? Okay. Now comes the rule of addition. The rule of addition says when a smaller numeral is placed to the right of a larger numeral, it adds to the larger numeral. So what does this mean basically, ma'am? It means just write, I have told you to write 1, 2, 3. Then you cannot repeat, right? So this is the first number, 1. After that, you know 5 is the number that is greater to 1. So rule of addition says if a smaller numeral is placed to the right hand side of a larger numeral, it adds to the larger numeral. So to make 6, what we do? This is 5 and I is smaller numeral and V is larger numeral. So we will put I to the right side of the larger numeral. This side. Then it becomes 6. Now if we add 2 to the right side, then it will become 7. Now if we put 3 to the larger one, then it will become 8. Right? Understood? Okay. Let's understand with the example. See, just now I have given you this only example. When smaller numerals comes after larger numerals, we add their values. Example 6. 5 plus 1 equal to 6. Explanation. The smaller numeral I comes after 5. So 5 and 1 are added to make the number 6. Right? I have taught you this only just now. Okay. See, more examples are given. This you have done. Now see, it is written 100. C represents 100, V represents 5. So it becomes 105. C represents 100, X represents 10. So it becomes 110. CXX. C represents 100 and one of the 2x, each of them represents 10. So it becomes 100 plus 10 plus 10, 120. Now D is what? 500 plus C represents 100. It becomes 600. Now M represents 1000 and C represents 100. Becomes 1100. Now MCL. M represents 1000, C represents 100 and L represents 50. Then 1150. Okay. Now this is your homework. You try to solve this as your own. Okay. Now do it. Just take a break, pause the video and try to solve it on your own. So what is written over here? 10 plus 6. 10 is being represented by x and 6 is written as 5 plus I. Then it becomes equal to what? 16. 20 is being represented as double x and 2 is represented by double I. It becomes 22, which is xx to 2, right? Now 15. 15 is represented as X and V. 5 is represented as V. So it becomes what? 20. Now how is 20 represented? Again X, X. We just need to add the numbers. 30. Triple X, right? And 4 is written as this. So it will become 34 or 34. 5 and 3. 5, 3, 8. Written as, right? Okay. Okay. See? Right? Now we will solve. Okay. So you just need to decode it into Hindu numeric system so that it is easy for you to solve the Roman numbers. Okay? 10 x means 10 plus 5. It will be 15. So how will you write? Okay. 7 plus 3 equal to 10. How will you write? X. X plus x means 10 plus 10 equal to 20. How will you write? X, X. Okay. Now it is 20 and it is 5. 25. How will you write? Double X, 5. Now 10. This is 5. This is 1. So it becomes 16. How will you write? Plus 5 plus 1. Okay? See. Right? Okay. Okay. Now comes the subtraction rule in Roman numerals. So what does the rule say? When a smaller numeral is placed to the left, in case of addition what it was? Right. And here it is left. Left of the larger numeral, the smaller numeral is subtracted from the larger numeral. So if I write x, this represents 10. And if I put smaller numeral, that is 1 or I, in the left side, then what it becomes? 10 minus 1 equal to 9 or 9. Now if I have to write 19, how will I write? 20 minus 1 equal to 19. So 20 is being represented as this and subtract 1. So 1 will come where? To the left side of the larger number. Then we will write x, x. It becomes what? 19. Okay? See, when a smaller, example is given. See, suppose 4 and I is placed before 5. Then 5 minus 1 equal to 4, or it is being represented as this. It is 4 and 1. Okay. Now next. See. Third rule. A symbol of smaller value is put on the left of greater value. Symbol is subtracted from it. We have learned this. We have learned this just now. When a smaller numeral is written to the left of a greater numeral, the value of the smaller numeral is subtracted from the greater numeral. We have learned this also. The symbols V, L and D are not subtracted. Okay. They cannot be repeated. They cannot be subtracted. Even this cannot be added. They can't be added. Okay. Only one number can be subtracted from another. So you just highlight this point because it is very important. Now see, 4 is written as 5 minus 1 or 4. 9 is written as 10 minus 1 as 9. 40 is written as L minus 50 minus 10. So you will put X before L. Now 90 is represented as XC. C means 100 and minus 10. So C will come before, X will come before C. Then DC. DC means 500 minus 100 equal to 400. Note, symbol V, L and D are never subtracted. You have learned this. Symbol I can be subtracted from V and X only. This point is very important. You cannot subtract I or add I to C or M or D. Okay? This is wrong. Only I can be subtracted from V and X. That is from 5 and 10. Symbol X can be subtracted from L and C only as L and C are greater than X. Similarly, X can only be subtracted from L and C. Similarly, can only be subtracted from D and M. Why? Because I is less than V and L. X is less than L and C. C is less than D and M only. That is why. So these points are very important. You please take a screenshot of this page. Okay. Now 4. I hope you have now learned how to write V. Will put 1 on the left side because it is smaller than 5. 9. We'll put I on the left side again because it is smaller than 10. 40. We'll put X on the left side because 50 minus 10 represents 40. Done? See? Okay. Now what is there? This is 9. This is 40. This is 4. Same thing only. Okay. Special case of subtraction rule in Roman numeral. When a smaller numeral is placed between two larger numerals, it is subtracted from the numeral to its right. Okay, let's understand this with example. See, suppose it is written 14. How will you represent 14? You write X which represents 10. Okay. Now 5 as V. Now to make 14, you have to subtract from the number which is on the right side, not on the left. 5. You don't subtract here, okay? You subtract where? Here. And it turns 14. This is wrong. Okay? Similarly, see 49. Okay. First you write 50. Okay. To make 40, you have to subtract 10 from it. Okay. Now, where will you write 9? Over here or over here? Okay. Which one will be the correct? I said you have to use the last digit or the last alphabet. So 9 will be written over here, not here. Understood? Then what will be the answer? 49. Done? Clear now? Okay. If you can't understand this, just go back and see this again. Okay? See. Fourth rule. Fourth rule says that a symbol of smaller value put between two symbols of greater value is subtracted from the symbol on its right side. When the symbols are combined to make a numeral, the value of the symbol between the two symbols is subtracted from the value of the symbol on its right. Just now I have told you this. Represents X represents 10. Okay. Now V represents 5. So you have to subtract from the number which is on the right side, not this side. So you are subtracting 1 from 5 and it is becoming 14. So you will write this as X subtract from 5, not from X. Okay. Now 59. 59. L represents 50. You have to make 60 first. How will you make 60? You just add 10. 60. Now you have to remove 1 to make it 59. So you will not put 1 here. You will put on this. It will become 59. Now 99. C represents 100. To make it 90, you have to write X on the left side. Okay? And to make 9, you have to just minus 1 from 10 again. So it becomes 99. Similarly, I hope you can do 49 yourself. HW. Okay? Now let's try to read a larger Roman numeral. Write the Roman numeral form of 65. 60. Just now I have taught you. 50 is represented by L. Then 10 is being represented by X and 5 is being represented by the symbol V. So now you have to add this. 65 in the expanded form, 50 plus 10 plus 5. Now 50 will it will be written as L, 10 will be written as X and 5 will be written as V. See, then LXV is what? Nothing but 65. 50, 65. Okay. Now you have to write 79. Just pause the video and just try of your own. Okay. Okay. See, 50, 29 is given. You have done this. Okay. Now 79. See, L represents 5. L represents 50, double X represents 20 and 9 as this. So 50 plus 20 plus 9 is equal to 79. How will you write? L 50, 60, 70 and you will put 9. Just done. See? Okay? See. Now just pause the video and take a screenshot of this slide. From 1 to up to 100, the number is being given. I want all of you to try on your own. Then you just write it down on your copy and then you just check from this chart that it is correct or wrong. But I believe that you can do it of your own. Okay? So, in this way, you can write and read the Roman numerals. Great work. Thank you so much. See you in the next class. Okay. Bye.